Hi, Diane. Happy New Year 2026. It's so good to be able to see you by video. If I can't see you on Zoom while away, it's good to be able to video with you as well and be able to hopefully give you a little bit of some things to be thinking about and looking towards. First and foremost, I want you to know that the situations that you are dealing with, especially with your thoughts on music, I can't speak for the personal things that are going on in your life, but definitely for your thoughts on music, are completely normal. And you should have absolutely nothing to be worried about in your music. You're doing incredibly successful things. You've completed a massive theory course in the fall of 2025. That is, again, university level work, and you're working on university level theory as well presently. On top of that, you're working on a really strong, high expectation level of piano playing alongside trying to play do some ensemble work with your friend Heidi and with me as well. So I think you should never ever downplay any of the good things that you're doing in your music studies. And remember that it is good, healthy work for you to be doing this. It really makes a difference, and it makes your life a whole lot better, especially having some beautiful sounds and some things to do when you are frustrated, because when you are frustrated because of life things that are going on, that's the time when you want to get to the piano and be able to sit down for 5 minutes, if any of that as well. So with that in mind, I will look forward to hopefully seeing you on Zoom for a lesson before I leave, and the sooner the better. We are better together, working together, and finding a way to be able to move forward. Please also make sure that you are doing your practice diary. You are the student who brought that idea forward, and I had thought about it many times before, and I've done it myself many times before, tracking and doing all kinds of things in my life. But every single student in the studio is now keeping a practice diary, and we're all doing really, really well because of that. So I'm very grateful and thankful for your input to make sure that that happened, because it was time to find ways that we could understand the little successes, the questions that we have, the frustrations that we have, and also to mark it all down and make sure that there's a record of it. When we do that, chances are that we can move forward so much better. So the first thing you'll notice attached to the email that there is a theory review exam that you can do. This may be one that you've done in the past, doesn't matter. This is good practice just to see where you're at, remembering the concepts that you did in your previous theory grade, which of course gets brought forward into the next level as well. Something else that you could do, as well as working through the practice test, is also look. I think you've made it all the way to page 50 in the newest Theory 4 level. This would be a great time to go back to the beginning of that book and just page by page read through the work. Remember that once you have completed the work, you no longer have a workbook. You have a textbook, a full-on textbook that you can work with. So those exercises are ways that you can really get a good understanding. And if you haven't already done so, make sure this is the most important part of all, that you play everything that you write. That includes the practice theory exam. When you're listening to practicing writing an augmented sixth, play it and see what it sounds like. Make sure that you're doing that. It helps your reading ability, and it brings your understanding way up, especially when you are reading your own writing. If you are not available for for your Zoom lesson next week, I will prepare another video lesson for you for next week as well, okay? So just to make sure that you've got something going along, since you are paying for these music lessons, it's important that you are getting something out of it. And I really want to make sure that you are, for sure. So, technique. Work with your daily schedule. That I don't want you to change. We're going to keep that grade 6 technique strong and secure. Make sure that you're working with that daily schedule. I think at this point you should have 7 days worth of technical pages. If you don't have 7 days, just work with what you've got. And we'll talk about that when we have your next lesson, if we need to get a 7th day. But I'm pretty sure you should have 7 days worth. I always play every item 3 to 5 times, but I never play them the same way. I play them sometimes backwards, descending and ascending. That is a very good brain work to do, to be able to play a scale, chromatic scale from the top note down to the bottom note and back up to the top note. Why would we do that? Well, first off, we're accustomed to doing things forwards, not backwards. So this is a way to practice. I'm sure when you reverse in the car, you're extra careful when you reverse. So it's a way for you to be extra careful. Another thing that you can do is you can swing the rhythm. Ya da 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 da. That kind of a rhythm actually helps to create an evenness in your tonal quality when you're playing. I always do the reverse as well. I call it the reverse swing rhythm. Da 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 da. So I do it in a reverse. Then I go back and I play it the right way with a nice legato sound, and I'm always blown away with how even my tone is. I also like to add dynamics. So say I'm playing that chromatic scale. Ya da 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 da. I get a little louder, and then ya da 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 da. I get a little softer along the way through there as well. So those are some ways, and then I always as well, at least one day or a couple days through the week, check in with my metronome. Can I do it in quarter notes? Can I do it in eighth notes? What speed can I play things at comfortably without having to think? Make sure that you are aiming for 90 seconds of sight reading every single day. That means getting any piece of music out. You can get a hymn book out. You can get an old piano book out. You can get the sight reading exercises out. You can go to the internet and type in easy to play piano pieces, and you will find, or make sure to write the word free as well, you'll find umpteen thousand different pieces that you can work away at. And I just say spend 90 seconds on it. That's all you need to do. 90 seconds a day on sight reading is what's going to get you to be a really strong reader. Aim with your oral test to use those YouTube links. I got to the point where I had played them so many times that I could actually play along with the playback while it was being played. If you get to that point, your ear really knows things inside and out. Do the intervals until you get them right. If there are 6 intervals and you only get 4 of them right, rewind the video and go back and do the 6 ones again. Even if you remember it because it was the 4th one was a major third below, your ear has to hear those 2 notes, and your ear will remember them the more that you do them. I did my things 50 or 60 times before I finally was able to get through to those things as well. In your keyboard skills, I always would suggest that the progressions are extremely important because that's what your pieces are made of. So practice your progressions and aim to spend some little bit of time harmonizing each day. I'd say about 2 minutes each day. 2 minutes is all you really need. Now, for what I want you to work on for this week, we're actually going to backtrack a little bit. It's been a day or 2 since I've heard you play some of these duets. And I'm thinking about March coming around. From what I gather, this Belleville Club seemed to want you and Heidi to play more than one duet together. And you have a lot of duets that you've learned over the years. So I'd like you to go back to 3 duets that you will hopefully, fingers crossed, have in your repertoire. And if you don't have them, don't worry about it. We'll find others as well. I'd like you to go back all the way to the Waltz in E minor by Dennis Alexander. If you can find that one, I think you played the primo part in that one. Now, if you have both parts, feel free to switcherillo. Try the secondo part this time instead of the primo part, or go back and practice your primo part. But I'd like you to go back to that Waltz in E minor. It's video number 111 in your YouTube playlist. So it's a video number 111 if you want to be able to listen to it and play along with it. The next one is another duet, the 1920s Charleston by Catherine Rollin. A super fun piece. I could picture us really having a nice fun time playing that one on a Tuesday night in March as well. That one is video 101, and I believe for that duet you played the secondo part. You're welcome to do the secondo again, or maybe you might want to switcheroo if you've got both parts available. So we've got Waltz in E minor by Dennis Alexander, 1920s Charleston by Catherine Rollin, and I believe this one you may have already gotten out because I know Heidi is keen to be duetting with you. I thought we could bring back that hymn prelude. That was the very first duet that you and Heidi worked on together, and it's also by Dennis Alexander. you'll find your part. You played the secondo part in that particular duet, I believe, at video number 57 in your YouTube playlist as well. So have fun bringing these favorites back. Feel free to check in with me by email. If you're able to have a Zoom lesson next week, that would be the best, so that we would be able to get working together again. But like I say, if I don't see or hear from you, you'll get another video lesson, and I'll be able to give you some more suggestions of things that you can work at along the way. All the very best to you, Diane. Happy music making. Try to lighten and lessen the load of any of the things that are bothering you and troubling you. Pray, go to church, do all the things that you know fill your cup. Those are the things that you need to do in your life, because we are granted one life, and that life we need to make the most of it. And we don't want that life to have, well, we know that it has to have some struggle, and it's not perfect, but we can do the best to make it as bearable and hopefully fulfilling and happy along the way. I'm thinking about you and sending you the most positive thoughts your way, praying and just wishing the very best for you, Diane. Take care, be well, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.